Hello, 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 hello. It is so good to see y'all today. It's Tuesday. So that means I'm answering your questions. So the game plan is on Mondays at noon, I put up a post here in the group and it says, hey, what kind of questions you got? And I give you about 24 hours to drop all your questions on that thread. Then on Tuesday, okay, so it comes out at noon, and then Tuesday at noonish, it's 11:15 right now, but sometime Tuesday, I will come back and answer your questions. Yay! We used to do just, Q&A all the time, and then it was just all the questions all the time. So this way we can grab all the questions that you got, and I can answer them all in one video, and everybody gets their questions answered. I don't miss any, and I know that there's a dedicated time every week that I can answer your questions. We do this in the mastermind. So the mastermind and I have weekly calls on Tuesdays. Tuesdays are my coaching days. So I'm in all of the groups all day long on Tuesday so that I can make sure you got your questions answered so you can go on and do more deals. Hey, good morning from the West Coast. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, so start off with the first Tuesday of the month. We do the Deal Makers Club in First Fill Done Fast, and then I do the mastermind call, and then I do the Q&A in First Fill Done Fast, and then I hop in here and do Q&A. Then I hop in Apartment Blitz, Private Money Profits, and Vacation Rental Riches for Q&A or Deal Makers Club. And then in the afternoons on Tuesdays, I meet one-on-one with the mastermind girls. Tuesdays are definitely my coaching days. So people ask me sometimes how I get everything done. I time block like crazy. So in case you don't know, hey y'all, my name is Whitney Nicely. I'm the broker for Whitney Buys Houses. I have 13 rental houses and a trailer. I've got 19 apartment units. I've got a dump truck company. I've got 10 LLCs. All right. So I got a lot going on. Next week, we're going to start adding a private money lending aspect to my real estate fund. So we've got a closing next week on that. And I got all sorts of things going on all the time. But the way I keep up with it is time blocking. So on Tuesdays, I do all of the coaching. All right. Now I hop in and I do some things in this group in First Fill Done Fast and in other places on other days, but Tuesday is definitely my day to focus and make sure that everybody's got all of their answers that you can go out and get your deals done. Okay, so that's why we do Q&A on Tuesday, because that's how I've got my whole little world structured so I can get everything done that I need to get done, and you can get done what you need to get done, and you'll know that there's a rhythm. And I don't know what time I'll pop in to do Q&A, but I promise to do Q&A every Tuesday before I go to bed. Okay, so this is Q&A today. Yay! We had 3 questions, and I put the post up in there for the questions that I'm going to answer for you today. The first one's from Brittany, and she says, how do I know if the house is a good deal? This is an excellent question. My question back, though, is what kind of deal are you looking for? Because if it's a good wholesale deal, those are going to be different measurements than if it's a good buy and hold deal. Also different measurements than if it's a good wholesale deal, a good lease option deal, a good owner financing deal. So tell me more. When you say, how do I know if it's a good deal? There's different measurements that we're going to use depending on what kind of strategy you want to buy it with and what kind of strategy you want to sell it with. So a good deal for you, based on your strategy, based on your experience, based on your outcome, based on your goal, is different than what a good deal is for me. A good deal on land is totally different than a good wholesale deal on an apartment complex. I got mascara or something in my eye. Hold on. All right. So a good deal is based on you, your goals, it's based on your market, it's based on what you want out of life. And even in First Still Done Fast, even in Apartment Blitz, even in Private Money Profits, even in Vacation Will Riches, it's hard for me to tell you what a good deal is. One of the things that I hate for people to say is, well, you paid too much for that. How do you know? How do you know what I'm going to do with this? How do you know what kind of monthly money I'm going to make off this? How do you know how long I'm going to hold this? How do you know what I was trying to avoid by buying this? How do you know what this is going to be worth in 10 years? How do you know? All right. I hate that phrase. And it used to crawl all over me when people would say, well, you paid too much for that. I think that is one of the rudest things, because how does somebody know what your goal is? I hate it when people tell me that. All right. People don't know what I'm working with. People don't know what I'm trying to achieve. And most of the time, the people that tell me I pay too much for a deal are also the people that haven't done a deal in like decades. So how do they know what the market's actually like? How do they know it's a good deal? They haven't negotiated on anything in forever. They haven't closed on anything in decades, if they've ever closed on anything. Those are the people who you need to tell to sit down and shut up, or you need to quit hanging out with those people. Okay? I hate that phrase more than anything. And I never tell my girls that they paid too much. I never tell my girls if it's a good deal or a bad deal. I give my girls lots of suggestions on lots of different ways that they can negotiate, lots of different ways that they can get this deal done, lots of different ways that they can make money. Because buying low and selling high is not the only way to make money in real estate investing. People would tell you, some of my family actually would tell you that I overpaid for all 13 of those houses that I'm looking at right there. They would tell you that I did not get a good deal on any of those houses. Yet I have all of those houses and I've got half of them paid off. Those 13 houses, 1 trailer, and 3 apartment complexes make me money every single month. I think I got a good deal on all of them because I got a deal on all of them. I made those things turn into money for me. All right. A lot of times that's our biggest fear is, what if I pay too much? Yeah, well, what if you don't do the deal and you got to stay in your job for another 10 years? What if you don't do your first deal, which means you never get to do your second deal, which means you're definitely not going to do your 18th deal? Okay, so don't worry so much. Don't stay up late at night worried about if this is a good deal or not. A good deal for me, a good deal for you, a good deal for Abby the Labby over here could have totally different metrics and totally different outcomes, and because all 3 of us are going to have totally different goals. All right, so don't worry about what if I pay too much. Don't worry about if anybody else is going to consider this a good deal. If you got a deal, then you got a deal. Roll with it. Make money, honey. All right, whether you make $1,000, whether you make $3,000, whether you make $30,000, or whether you make $300,000, I don't care. Go do your deals. Go help your sellers. Go make your money. Go build up your portfolio. Go build up your portfolio. Let everybody else worry about building up their portfolio with their deals. All right. Hello. So go out and do the deals. Don't worry if they're good enough or if they're going to pass my standards. Some of those houses that I have don't pass the standards that I have now, but they pass the standards that I had when I bought them. And that's the most important thing. You got to get your first deal done so that you can figure out what you want in your second deal. You got to buy your first rental house so that you can figure out what you want or what you don't want in your second one. Okay? Get out there and get those deals done. Whether they're good, bad, or ugly, turn them into some money learn something, and then go on, keep going, do another deal. Okay? It's a good question, but I want you to get really specific. All right, Shelly says, if memory serves me correctly, during one of your videos, you mentioned that you try to obtain a lease option without putting money down. Totally true. When I teach the girls in First Build and Fast how to get lease options, we go with no money down, or $1 down, or $10 down, or $100 down. But I try to do that either in 90 days, or if it's $10 that I'm putting down, I'll give you $10 today. But that's still basically no money down. And if I'm giving you 100, then I want it down in like 30 days. Okay, but we're not doing any of this 20% down crap. So yes, that's totally true. Second part of the question is, how do you handle a situation when the seller sees the property is advertised and you're asking for a $10,000 or $15,000 non-refundable option fee? Has that ever happened? Did they want to renegotiate the terms for wanting a deposit themselves? Shelley says, because people can get wonky when it comes to money. That's totally true. Totally, totally true. And this is a great question. So, Shelley, I have some rules now that I've been buying houses for 5 years, 6 years. And I developed my rules really quickly because people do get wonky when it comes to houses. My 3 rules are that I want a house that's current on payments or paid off. Nobody's behind on payments. I'm not dealing with the F word. I want an empty house. And I don't want any other agents involved. I'm the broker for Whitney Buys Houses, so I have to play the regular real estate game, have to go by those rules, but I'm an investor broker, okay? So one of the reasons that we have rule number 2 is that I want the house empty. But reflecting back on rule number 1 is I want them current on payments or paid off. That means I want a house that people are making payments on, but nobody is living in. Those 2 rules ping-ponging off each other really fast. The reason I want those 2 rules is because that's some pain. There's an empty house, but they're current on payments. If people are current on payments on an empty house, that means they're skipping vacation because they got to make this extra house payment and they don't want to be a landlord. That's some pain. So when I find people like that and then I offer to take that pain away, that's all they're concerned about. They just can't stand seeing that $800 go out every single month and they get nothing back in. They can't stand having to work overtime 2 weekends a month just because they got to make this extra house payment. They have some serious pain with that house payment, but the pain of being a landlord is bigger, or it's greater, or it's more painful. So they suck it up and deal with it. So when I come through and I say, okay, well, I'll take over that payment. Okay, I'll take that pain away from you. Okay, well, you only have to make that payment for 3 more months and then it's over with. I'll take care of it after that. That's all they're concerned about. They literally do not care. Believe it or not, they do not care about anything except getting that payment off their back. Their health is suffering because they're not sleeping at night worried about this payment. Their relationships are suffering because they're spending more time at work doing the overtime jobs, and then they're miserable when they get home, and so they're snappy, and then they're not sleeping well, and so they're extra snappy with their husbands, with their wives, with their kids. Their work life is suffering because, again, they're not sleeping well, because they're worried about this payment, because their relationships are not going very well. Their finances are suffering because they're not sleeping very well. They're doing the overtime so they can make this payment. They're all consumed with making sure that they don't fall behind on these payments. You see what I'm getting here? Like, their whole life sucks because of this payment. every single month that they got to deal with. They spend 30 days a month miserable just to make that payment and know they got to make it next month. And when I tell them that they've got to make it for 3 more months, they look like they lose 5 pounds instantly because the relief. Right now, they're looking at these payments and going, I don't know how much longer we can stand this. I don't know how much longer we can stand this. I don't know how much longer we can do this. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. And they're just miserable. But when I tell them it's only going to be 3 more months, they say, okay, I can do that. And then I tell them, but if I get the house sold quicker, if I get somebody in here sooner, I'll start making the payments as soon as I get somebody in here. And they go, oh my God, you mean it might not have to be 3 months? I mean, there's a chance I could put it out on the market and somebody who's pre-approved will come through and we'll just sell it. We'll get rid of it. And they go, oh my God, that would be a dream. Can we do that instead? No, we need to do this other plan because I don't want to tell you I'm going to get it sold. And then I don't, because then I look bad. But if I tell you that it's going to take time and then it takes time, then I did what I said I was going to do, right? And most of the time, these people are so busy doing all those other things, tending to their kids, tending to their horses, tending to their business, tending to their Sunday school class, tending to their mom, tending to whatever else they got going on. They don't even notice that I got an ad out there on Craigslist and I'm asking for a non-refundable option fee. They're going to see that I got $10,000. They're going to see that I got $15,000, but I took away their pain. Most of the time, I talk to sellers who say, I hope you make $1 million on this $100,000 house and you're going to deserve every penny of it. But as long as you make my payment for me, I don't care what you make. And those are the sellers that I want you to find. Those are the sellers that I want you to work with, because those are where you're going to get some fast wins. Those are where you're going to be able to get some fast contracts. You're going to get some fast houses. You're going to put it out on the market. And before you can turn around twice, you're going to be working with buyers instead of just working with sellers. And Shelly, that is what I want for you. And that is what we cover in First Deal Done Fast. That is who we are targeting in First Deal Done Fast, because I want you to get your first deal done fast. I want you to get that shut up check so that you can shut up your inner critics and your outer critics. All right. Maybe your family, maybe your boss, maybe your broker, maybe your brother, maybe your husband, maybe your best friend, maybe your preacher. All right. I want you to shut up those inner critics and those outer critics. And that's why I want you to get your first deal done fast. Fast, fast, fast. Because the faster you get it done, the faster you freak out your brain and you go, oh, I could do this again and again and again and once every month. That's the plan in First Deal Done Fast. I actually want you to get your first deal done fast. Man, my hair is coming out in all sorts of little weird situations, isn't it? No. I'll have to work on that when we get off this video. Going to record YouTube videos today. Yay! Y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link in here. There are like 700 free videos on YouTube that I've put out talking about owner financing, talking about lease options, talking about all the other things. And as long as you're open and honest with the seller on what's going to happen and you take away their pain, I've found that they don't care how much you make or what you do. All right, take away their pain. But y'all go subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the comments. It's whitneynicely.com/TV. I am 50 people away from 5,000 subscribers. I would love to hit it by the end of the month. So y'all, please go check out the YouTube channel. It's whitneynicely.com/TV. I put the link down there in the comments. And go subscribe. Please, please, please go subscribe. Help me hit 5,000. Share the videos, comment on the videos, like the videos. Let me know what other topics you want me to cover in those YouTube videos. But please, please, please go subscribe to the She Buys It YouTube channel so that I can hit 5,000 and then we can work towards 10,000. And then, that'll be so exciting. So awesome. Yes. And then our final question today was from Michelle, and she wanted to know if I was having an event in Rome, Georgia this month. Michelle, I had an event. I had like a FTDF Live, First Living Fast Live, in Rome, Georgia in June in 2017. So no, I'm not having one. You may have seen it on some old YouTube videos where I was talking about it, or I've even been seeing it in my memories, my Facebook memories that pop up from where I was promoting it. And I had 6 people come to that event. And I think it's because it's June and people are out doing family stuff and vacation stuff and excited about being out of school for summer and all that stuff. So we had a low attendance for that event, but we still had a 3-day awesome real estate investing class. I would say if you're interested in an event in Rome, Georgia, you need to go to SheBuysItLive.com and get a ticket to She Buys It Live, which is in Knoxville in November. So if you can make it to Rome, Georgia, you can make it to Knoxville in November. All right, SheBuysItLive.com. If you can't stand it and you want to come to an event, I do 4 events every year. I used to do like 8 events every year, but they were smaller size, which was good. But I decided I was probably having too many events, and that's why they were so small. So now we've got it to 4 events. The first event every year on the calendar year is Apartment Blitz. And all the details for that are on apartmentblitz.com. And that will be in January of 2020. Apartment Blitz. Go to apartmentblitz.com for more information to see how you could come to the Apartment Blitz 3-day real estate event. Then the second event that we do every year is Private Money Profits. Let me see. That's going to be May of 2020. Profits. Go to privatemoneyprofits.com. I almost ended the video. There are 2 more events at the end of 2019. So in September of 2019, we have Vacation Rental Riches. So if you are looking to vacationrentalriches.com, if you are looking to get into vacation rentals, and you want to buy a beach house, or you want to buy a cabin house, or you just want to turn, your house, an extra room in your house, maybe you want to start renting it out, or you want to turn one of your regular rental houses into a vacation rental house. We have 4 events every year. 3 events are 3 days on one specific topic. Okay, so Apartment Blitz is in January. It's in Florida, and it's all about apartments, storage units, trailer parks, office complexes, hotels, commercial real estate. Okay, all about apartments. And there's a whole course, there's videos, there's a workbook, there's everything for Apartment Blitz. So that's a 3-day event in January in Florida. Then we have a 3-day event on private money, either borrowing other people's private money or becoming a private money lender. That's all about Private Money Profits. Also in Private Money Profits, we teach about fixing and flipping. So if you're interested in using other people's money to buy houses and then fix it and then flip it and then pay those people back and then you make a bunch of money too, that is all Private Money Profits. All right. And we're having a 3-day workshop in May of 2020, and it'll be in Maine. Maine of 2020, all about private money. Then in September every year, we do Vacation Rental Riches. So the next chance to catch me live at an event is in September. We are going to Seattle to talk about vacation rentals. I've rented a castle, like an actual castle, for Vacation Rental Riches. And this is for if you want to buy that beach house, or you want to buy that cabin, or whatever it is that you want to buy, and you want to do it on a a nightly or a weekly or a monthly rental instead of like a regular rental yearly, and you want to furnish it and you want to put it on Airbnb or VRBO or some of the other things, we focus on vacation rentals for 3 days every September. Then we have a 4-day event in Knoxville called She Buys It Live. And for 4 days, we're going to talk about all of those. We're going to talk about houses and everything that we do in First Done Fast with creative financing. We're going to talk about apartments and storage units and trailer parks and all the commercial stuff. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about fixing and flipping. We're going to talk about becoming a private money lender. A lot of people don't realize that they've already got enough money. They can be a private money lender. And we're going to talk about vacation rentals. But since we're going to only have 4 days to talk about all 4 topics, we got to keep it short and sweet. But that's why we have 3 other events so that we can really dig down deep into those topics. Maybe next year I'll have to do a FDDF live separate from She Buys It Live. Maybe we'll do 5 events. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're figuring it out as we go. So your question was, is there an event in Rome, Georgia this month? No, there is not. There was in 2017 an event in June, but in 2019, the next event is Vacation Rental Riches. It's in September. It's in Seattle. But the big event so that you can learn about all 4 strategies in one event is November 6th through the 9th, 2019 in Knoxville, Tennessee. And tickets are live right now. I put a post up earlier that it's called She Buys It Live. Yay! Because the company is She Buys It, and that's my motto for everything. She buys it. Tickets are available, and men are welcome to She Buys It Live. There's probably going to be 6 or 7 men there. And there's going to be 118 people. We have 8 tickets sold already. There's probably 10 more in the mastermind that will be sold. So we have 100 seats left for She Buys It Live. And if you want to if you want to come and bring your husband, that's fine. Just get 2 tickets. If you want to come and bring your entire office, that's fine. Just get those tickets. All the tickets for She Buys It Live are available right now. Go to shebuysitlive.com. And if you want to bring your man, bring your man. I was kind of joking earlier. You know, my dad will be there. My brother will be there. My husband will be there. So there will be at least 3 men there. The video guys will be there. There's 2 of them. So I know we're going to have a handful of dudes. It will just be the majority of the people will be women, which is totally different than any other real estate investing event all over the country. This is the #1 real estate investing event for women who either want to become lady landlords or who really want to scale up their lady landlording, or women who just want to be around 118 other lady landlords. All right. I know you're going to learn something that's going to help you grow, help you scale, help you do more deals, help you do bigger deals, and also just get together and network and fellowship with other lady landlords. So, Michelle, if you want an all-in-one event, it's She Buys It Live. All right, go to shebuysitlive.com and get your ticket. Get your friend's ticket, get whoever's ticket. All right, let me know if y'all have any questions. Let me know if y'all have any problems with any of those websites. Jeanette was there last year. She's saying, yes, get your ticket. Come on, girls, let's go. I just got an email. Maybe that means somebody just got their ticket. Nope, that was a buyer lead for Whitney Buys Houses. Yay! So, all right, those were all the questions for this week. I will be back next Tuesday. There's a post that comes out every Monday at noonish. And then on Tuesdays at noonish, or it's 11:42 right now, I will answer your questions. Yay! So y'all let me know what kind of questions you have and what I can help you with. And go out there, get those deals done. Make that money, honey. All right. I can't wait to see you in November in Knoxville at She Buys It Live. Or in September in Seattle for Vacation Rental Riches. Y'all just let me know what you want to do. See you later. Bye, y'all.